Yo, what's going on, guys? And today we'll be talking about, yes, the Sacramento's, why did I say it like that? The Sacramento Kings offseason predictions. And yes, it was a disappointing end to the season, but the season was not a disappointment. The season was so amazing that I remember hearing reports that Kings fans were hoping that this team would have a statue erected outside of the Golden One Center to commemorate what they were able to achieve to end the drought. And that type of thing just galvanizes a fan base just as much as lighting a beam. So what can the Sacramento Kings do this offseason to continue to light the beam into next year? Or I guess that's kind of weird, but we'll talk about the draft. We'll talk about everything that they can do this offseason to help improve their chances of repeating the success that they had this year and furthering it into the playoffs, into maybe the NBA finals. But let's get right into it. So they went 48-34. And before we continue, I want to hear your thoughts down below. What do you think the Kings should do? Who should they let walk away in free agency? Who should they trade for? Who should they draft, and why? So 48-34, they have 3 draft picks, the 24th overall pick, which I have said if Chris Murray, which it seems like he'll be falling, do what the Phoenix Suns did with Markieff and Marcus Morris, bring in Keegan and Chris, because you know what? Harrison Barnes might leave, Trey Lyles might leave, Chemsy Metu might leave. So he could be a good guy to help, replace the front court depth / wing depth. So Harrison Barnes, and they also have a 38th and 54th pick. Those can be crapshoots. I think they would draft maybe a ball handler and a big. Now, Harrison Barnes, Terrence Davis, Matthew Dellavedova, Alex Lynn, Trey Lyles, Chemsy Metu are unrestricted free agents, while Neemias Queta is a restricted. So is Keon Ellis. I expect both to be brought back. Kessler Edwards has a team option, which will be accepted. Out of the free agents, Matthew will definitely come back, but the rest of the guys, it's definitely interesting to see how that all works out. Now, this 48-win team was not a fluke. They literally took Golden State, the defending champs, to 7 games. They're led by Coach of the Year, Mike Brown, All-Star De'Aaron Fox, and Domantas Sabonis. And they have Fox, Sabonis, Keegan Murray, and Kevin Huerter, Malik Monk, and Davion Mitchell all under contract through at least next season. Harrison Barnes is the only starter who's a free agent. Retaining Barnes along with reserve Trey Lyles, Terrence Davis, Alex Lynn should be a priority for the Kings front office, but it wouldn't be a death sentence because there are upgrades out there. And the Kings have the financial flexibility to sign all 4 players and use their $12.2 million non-taxpayer mid-level exception and still remain below the $162 million luxury tax, as Fox is the only player earning more than $21 million. As with any team that deals with success, the challenge is managing expectations in the future. The Kings went through a close to perfect regular season and led the league in the fewest starting lineups, 9, and fewest games missed because of injury, 54. As a result, Sacramento dealt with minimal adversity. The starting lineup of Fox, Kevin Huerter, Keegan Murray, Harrison Barnes, and Sabonis played 63 games together, 15 more than any other 5-man lineup in the NBA this season. Their off-season finances look like the Kings have $104 million in guaranteed salary, but are over the $134 million cap space because of the near $40 million in free agent holds, including a $27.5 million hold for Harrison Barnes. The lone route to create significant room is by renouncing their own free agents. You have the $12.2 million non-taxpayer mid-level exception and a $4.5 million biannual exception available if they act as a team over the cap. The Kings have June 29 to exercise the $1.9 million team option on Kessler Edwards' contract. PJ Dozier's $2.4 million contract becomes guaranteed on July 10th. And we saw a year ago that the Kings prioritized adding shooting by signing Monk and trading for Huerter. This offseason, the focus to retain their own free agents, starting with Barnes. The forward has played at least 70 games in 9 out the past 11 seasons, including 82 this past year. Barnes averaged 15 points per game this season, his fewest since 2019-20, and saw a small regression from shooting from 3, as he shot 36.6% from catch and shoot 3-pointers, down from 42.2 a season ago, according to Second Spectrum tracking. Barnes is eligible for a 4-year, $98.6 million extension through June 30th, with a starting salary of $22 million next season. If an agreement is not reached, Barnes will be an unrestricted free agent, and Sacramento can sign him and exceed the cap. Trey Lyles was reliable coming off the bench, averaging 7.6 points, but it struggled shooting it from deep in the series loss to Golden State. The Kings can use his early bird rights to re-sign Lyles, but the next contract has to be a minimum of 2 years and can't exceed $11.9 million in the first season. And if you just want to talk about, guys that they potentially could go in free agency and get to replace those guys, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, it's, they're going to have whoever they want. Like, currently Harrison Barnes, I believe, ranks as, let me type this in correctly. Barnes is the 15th best free agent. He's a veteran swingman who plays small forward or small ball power forward, capable of an outside shooting ability, provides defensive versatility and leadership in the locker room. Trey Lyles is ranked currently as, from what I saw, the 66th free agent, according to Hoops Hype. And when you look at it like that, Harrison Barnes is a guy that I very much like. I say keep Barnes, but is there someone that you could maybe get that's maybe better, for like Cam Johnson? Do you think I think they would cost similar price. He's a bit younger. I think Kyle Kuzma would be out of reach, but is Jeremy Grant out of reach? If the Trailblazers blow it up, would you rather have Jeremy Grant than Harrison Barnes? I'm just spitballing. Let me hear your thoughts. Again, Harrison Barnes, safe option. I completely agree. So Sabonis is both renegotiation and extension eligible. However, because there are restrictions on both, the All-Star is likely to play out his contract and become a free agent in 24. A renegotiation of his $19.4 million contract requires the Kings to have cap space, and that's not something available because of the free agents Barnes, Lyles, Lynn, and Terrence Davis. And if they can find a taker for Richaun Holmes' contract, which is 2 years, $25 million remaining, which would allow them to still prioritize the free agents they wish, but renegotiation would be able, because they can do right now, 4 year, $122 million extension. The extension is $132 million less if he signs, the $255 million 5-year deal, I believe, he just goes to free agency, and $65 million less than I think if what they do if the renegotiation. So really, it's addressing the defense and fortifying the front court depth with actual usable backup bigs that aren't named Richaun Holmes. And they ranked 24th in defensive efficiency and 26th in opponent points allowed in the paint. And besides Murray, the lone forwards under contract are Edwards and Dozier. I don't know why I said Dozier. And again, it's slim pickings out here, but if you get someone like Grant Williams, Rutron, KJ Martin, Dante DiVincenzo, Trey Jones, Ayo DeSumo, those are Mason Plumlee, Javon Carter, Jay Crowder, Torrey Craig. I think those are all guys who could help you out a lot. Pat Bev, I think that can really help. Andre Drummond wouldn't even be that bad. Watanabe. I think there's value out there that a lot more people won't give credit for. So, I definitely think it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. What are y'all's thoughts down below in the comment section? But besides that, I think this is where the video will end. I hope you guys did enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna peace out, A-Town style, like that. But hope you guys did enjoy. If there was anything else you guys would have liked to have heard, let me know. But yeah, I think that's it for me. So peace out, everybody. Whoop, whoop. Bye.